What's going on, dudes and dudettes? So yes, at least five of us are tied at 3-1. I'm only leading because I scored the most points of our 705, but I just think it's not fair because the points against, as you can see, 605. I'm like the fourth highest of people scoring points against me, which doesn't make sense, and I'm still 3-1. I have a little bit of more points than my brother, but doesn't matter right now. It matters in the playoffs, so hopefully this can continue. Let's get to my team. So yes, made a few changes, made a trade to get the wide receiver Amari Cooper, and forget if I kept the other guy, not 100% sure, but yeah, still sticking with the Rams defense because they get a good matchup. Projected 17 points, and the kicker for Seattle I'm still rolling with has projected 13. But yes, another player was added to the injured reserve, my top running back Nick Chubb from Cleveland, so I have him there. I still have Cam Newton there after he tested positive last week. No words on whether he's 100% healthy or not, so he's still there. I did add the tight end from Cleveland just because I hear he's coming back off of IR, so that's a good spot to have an extra tight end. As of right now, it seems my top players, Mostert and Thomas, who were out, should be healthy. They're both still questionable. I don't know why they've been out for a while, but either way, I mean, look, even Juju Smith and Julian Edelman are on my bench. I mean, I could go with anybody, but I am looking for better matchups, so I'd probably still stick with Cooper and Thomas if he can play. Go with Carson Davis. I dropped the rookie quarterback from the Chargers, went with Gardner Minshew from Jacksonville, and he got me around 30 points last week, so might be sticking with him until Newton is healthy. Still have to stick with Gesicki, even though I'm not really happy with his overall production. Mike Davis has been great. I'm probably going to stick with Carson and Davis just because Davis should get a lot more points than that. Going against Atlanta, Keenan Allen, I might switch out for Juju or even Mostert. If Mostert's 100% healthy going up against a green matchup in Miami, I'm going to put him in because Keenan Allen might have to face Marshawn Lattimore or Janoris Jenkins, the top corners on New Orleans on Monday night, so might be tough for him. Even though he's getting most of the balls thrown to him, I would still rather just have him on my bench. Probably go with Mostert, who could get me some cheap touchdowns. So yeah, that's the team right now, and I'll go through the overall thing and what they say about it. I believe this is the first week I did not get an A+, but still ended up with an A compared to the C of Dwayne Bowe Warriors. Beat him 168 to 126. I was just lucky he ended up starting or having in his team a guy who wasn't playing this week, so I was happy about that. Yeah. This is Gardner Minshew and then Amari Cooper, who I made the trade for, did well. He had two players who almost gave up most of his points, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, most of my points, like it says, came from Minshew, the quarterback, Cooper, the Dallas receiver, Chris Carson, Seattle, and the Los Angeles Rams defense at 23 points. Yeah, his two guys, top guys, Mixon and Thielen, went off there pretty crazy. But luckily Matt Ryan didn't show up like he has been. But yeah, they definitely given the player matchup as Amari Cooper for my team. Even though his team had a couple guys went better. I went in quarterback, running backs, receivers. I lose in tight ends, but I win in kickers and defense. It says I had 6 of my 10 starters score higher than the projected points. That's what fantasy football is all about anyways. He had only 1 of his 10 players score higher, which is pretty crazy, but that's what happens when you leave in players that aren't going to play. Yeah, he actually left in 2 players, James Conner and Davante Adams, so that helped out a lot. We both failed to reach our average scores. Well, Yeah, I've been averaging like 170, almost 180. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, all 3 of my wins this year have been blowout wins. Pretty cool. Let's see what it says. It's only week 4 of the ex-presidents, but it's never too early to start thinking about your next fantasy league. What the heck? It's a good record, and I tell you, Yahoo freaking hates me, but we'll see what happens at the end of the year. Yes, 3-1, grade of an A. Number 1.